Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tyria Then. This is... Miko, what episode is this?
39.
39. Okay.
Yes.
So not 40.
No.
Because we split 38 into a 38 and a bonus episode. So this is still
That's
39.
right.
We're still not to 40.
No, not yet. Almost.
Welcome to the show, Miko.
Thank you, Aaron. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's time to jump in to our bi-weekly Guild Wars story recap and discussion. Because we did a little bit of Guild Wars gaming.
Yep, we did.
And
We did a little bit.
And we both have Norgu now.
We both have Norgu, yes, and I think we've witnessed yet another betrayal and got access to someone else this time around.
We did another Norgu quest chain. We did a Norgu quest chain last time, and we did another one this time, and they're both theater related.
Yes, they are.
Somebody I feel like a group of people at ArenaNet who helped make this game like the theater.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that as writers, they may have been English majors. Maybe some of them dabbled in theater.
They've maximized the theater content. I've never played an MMORPG with so much theater content.
Yeah, that's very true. And yet another, perhaps romance quest?
Yeah, a quest with romantic inclinations, at least.
Yes.
And hints. But no payoff, as is often the case in these, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I wrote that down. Cliffhanger, what?
Yeah. But with how much propensity they have for Norgu quests in Nightfall, who knows? Maybe there will be payoff eventually.
Maybe.
Because we seem to be getting Norgu quests left and right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I think next episode we're heading out of Vabi and into some other regions. So we'll see, guys. We'll see what other hero character quests pop up for us in the future. Kind of makes sense to be running around doing stuff with Norgu while we are in Vabi, which is the kind of his relevant part of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Story-wise, I feel like last episode we did a bunch of fighting and protecting of princes.
Yeah.
Does that about check out?
That about checks out. Yes. I had to go and rescue them because they were hiding, or at least two of them were hiding.
Metu and Bokka were hiding in Dasha Vestibule.
Yeah, and you went out to the Zagar Bastion and to fight with alongside the only prince who is worth a damn, probably. Because he's a warrior guy.
Yeah, Metu is Prince Metu, the wise one, the one who was at Dasha Vestibule with Bokka. He does like a 180 character-wise this episode, and nobody really talks about it. It's like really fast, and then we just move on from it.
It's like the fatherly redemption arc, and I'm like, I wonder if he's gonna get killed off.
I don't really have so many problems with him. I just have the same problem with him as before, and we'll talk about it when it comes up. But yeah, Metu, probably my least favorite of the three princes. At least Bokka wears what he is on his sleeve.
This is true.
Whereas
this is true.
Metu is kind of delusional about his own kind of persona. I hung out with Ampter at Zaganer Bastion last episode and helped him fight the Cornins and the demonic, what are they called? Marganites, yes. And we beat them back, and so that was like a blow to Varish, but of course we got a whole like half a game to play, so Varish is not down and out.
No.
So we have to deal with her latest schemes in this episode.
Yes.
And she's trying to bring about Nightfall and like get Abaddon back.
Yeah.
And we don't even really know what that means. We just know it's bad.
Yes, that is basically where we left off after the playthrough last time.
Where's Kormir?
She's still, I don't know. She hasn't really been mentioned in a while.
Yeah, she kind of just fell off the map. Like we rescued her and then she fell off the map.
Yeah, we rescued her, and apparently she was going off to a hospital, maybe. and told us to go on.
So she's like on
And
a canvas cot back at
I mean, who
Sunspear
knows?
Sanctuary.
Maybe. I don't know. No mention of her at all, which kind of hilarious.
Yeah, because you went to so much trouble to rescue her. It was a huge deal. And then she was like, all right, peace out.
Yeah, kind of makes you wonder if she's going to return, and if she does, in what way.
Because I know she's with us in later parts of the story, but I don't
Yeah,
remember. I don't remember her not being here for this, and then B, I don't
yeah,
remember how she reintegrates into the narrative.
correct. That is also my dilemma.
Yeah,
Because I know the memes that will go around
about her
are
being,
fearless.
being
Yeah,
is the a thief of main characterdom.
right, exactly. And I'm like, well, she's not really around, so I'm trying to. I just don't remember how it is that she really gets that show. I mean, or that title moniker. I know why from later on, but I don't know why she gets to wear it for this part of the game. Because at this part of the game, she's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I guess some old timey like priests of Dwayna are trying to figure out if they can get her eyes back or not. I don't know.
Right.
But we find ourselves at the beginning of this episode with a quest in our log called Pledge of the
Pledge of the Merchant Princes.
Yeah. And that's from our old friend from Istan, Zerai the Learner, who is now at Kodash Bazaar.
Yes.
And he wants us to go meet the princes at the halls of Chokin. Chokin?
Mm-hmm. Chokin.
Should we talk about the halls of Chokin, or should we talk about Prince Bokka and his disastrous theater ensemble first?
Maybe we should hit up Bokka first and get him out of the way.
Yeah, because I think canonically that's happening before this primary quest is happening.
Yeah.
So Miko was kind enough to inform me that if you go out into Resplendent Makun and run 8 hours through Bokka's labyrinthine palace to talk to him again, he has a green exclamation mark over his head.
Yep.
Because he has chores for you to do.
He has chores for us to do. He wants to know what the heck happened that these Cornins from the last primary quest where his theater was involved, how the Cornins infiltrated to put on that bad play reenacting Rurik and Adelburn and all of what happened in prophecies, essentially. How they were able to infiltrate his acting company, and bring about what he deems the tarnishing of his magnificent theater's reputation.
Yeah, and he wants us to go talk to theater manager Dowdy probably.
Yeah, Dowdy, yeah.
And he also considers, he's like, maybe I should just have him executed. No, go talk to him first.
Yes.
There's a lot of threatening of execution in this chain.
Mm-hmm.
And we go talk to him, and Norgu also threatens him with execution, which is weirder. And Norgu is a required hero for these quests, so this whole thing is like, go with Norgu and do this. So we like work for Norgu apparently now.
Right. And hilariously, Bokka is always also telling Norgu to stay away from his buffet.
Every dialogue blurb with Bokka, yeah.
I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, he keeps every dialogue box that's like, these Guild Wars text blocks are like huge. At the bottom of every one is Norgu, stop looking at the buffet.
Yeah.
Bokka has we learn my favorite fact about Prince Bokka in the whole game, I think, here. Because when we're talking to Dowdy and we're like, how did these Cornins manage to infiltrate your theater crew? He says that all the actors quit because Bokka only pays in bread.
Yes.
which is an insane proposition. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I would quit too.
Yeah, I mean, no board, just bread. Like no room, I should say, just board, basically. Like, you got your food. Be thankful.
Yeah, and this quest is really short because our character hears this and we're like, well, mystery solved.
Right,
You
exactly.
pay them in bread. Of course they left. Of course you were desperate for actors, and so of course Dowdy hired these Cornins, no questions asked, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, that's a good point you make. Also, he pays them in bread. He does not pay in room and board, so I can only assume that he's doing like an Amazon and has like room and board set up, but it comes out of your paycheck, right? Which is bread to begin with. So I don't.
Right,
Bokka
exactly.
is paying their rent in his own bread in a weird way.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. Where do these people sleep?
I don't know.
Yeah, bad deal. So all the actors quit. So Cornins found it very easy to infiltrate the play that we watched.
The hilarious part is that he says, "My bread is just as good as any lousy buffet could ever be," and then he tells Norgu to stop looking at his buffet, and I'm like, What is your problem?"
Yeah, because what Dowdy tells us is like, so Bokeh only pays in bread, so they left for jobs that like pay in money
Yeah,
and actual food, right?
yeah,
Like protein and fat as well as carbohydrate. Um,
right.
so yeah, there's just better deals to be had out there. It is
Yeah, they get
basically
to keep their profits and their sprawling buffets, and I'm like, yes, because people need to work and buy things sometimes.
yeah, and Bokeh like can't wrap his brain around this, despite being
No.
absurdly wealthy himself.
Yes.
And like he's absurdly wealthy, and that's something he cares about. He's like, how am I supposed
Mhm.
to? At some point in this quest chain, he's like, how am I supposed to count my money while this bad play is constantly on my mind?
Right.
Um,
Right.
Bokeh is an incredible character.
Jeez.
They had a lot of fun working like Scrooge
Hmm.
McDuck, and
Hmm.
I don't know what else. Like they made like a Scrooge McDuck character that is also like goofy and stupid.
Yeah,
It's great. I like this quest chain. It's a lot of fun. It
yeah,
goes some weird places.
it does.
Because we got two more quests to do. The next one is called "The Show Must Go On," and we get it pretty much immediately as soon as we relate to Bokeh the
Hmm.
bad news that all of his actors quit.
Yeah. So, what what we find out is that the prince wants another play to soothe his raging heart. That's the description. And we are tasked with telling Dowdy this news. And Dowdy's like, "You've got to be kidding me. We have no like actors, and he wants me to like write a play and stage it and all of this stuff. Like, how am I supposed to do this?"
Yeah, he has no playwrights and no actors,
No, no.
and like probably no stagehands either. Just
Hmm.
because I imagine
Yeah.
they get paid in bread too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, why would he pay in money?
Doesn't look like good bread.
So no, yeah. So Dowdy sends us off to find two of the playwrights because obviously they left too. Um, and he tells us that one of them, Kenyatta, is hanging out in the Honor Hill outpost. So we have to go and find him and try to convince him to come back or like give us a play so that Bokka can be happy.
Yeah, and he has a line later that he brings up. He calls somebody a temperamental crybaby, and then
Mhm.
says like, or even worse, riders. Um,
Yes.
comparing riders unfavorably to temperamental crybabies, which is good considering this quest was written by writers.
Yes. Yes.
It's a good bit of
It's a good.
self-referential humor.
Mm-hmm.
And these two guys are Sijo and Kenyatta, and we can find Kenyatta at Honor Hill. And Kenyatta is like Eeyore.
Yeah, he has writer's block, and he's like, "No, I can't write anything. I'm no good. You don't want me. Go and find Sijo. He's gone out stupidly to recharge his creativity. But I kept telling him not to go because where he was going was dangerous. So maybe he's gone and found his creativity. I don't know. Maybe he'll be able to write something."
Yeah, he has dialed the temperamental crybaby up to 11. Every
Mm-hmm.
word out of his mouth is "woe is me,"
pretty much.
And he sends us off to find this Sijo guy, because Sijo has, like you said, decided to go on an adventure to try to spark his writing creativity again.
Yes.
Which involves wandering around caves filled with djinn.
Yeah, probably not the smartest thing to do if you're a writer and can't fight.
And they've gone full trope here as well. Did you read Kenyatta's opening dialogue before you jump into the quest dialogue?
I did.
He asks you, he's like, got any hooch? Indicating that he's not only a depressed writer with writer's block, but also an alcoholic one.
Right.
The triple threat.
Yes. The triple threat. Yep.
Yeah. So we got to go out into the wilderness. I think it's in Resplendent Macoon that Sijo is wandering these caves.
It's like the caves that are east of Resplendent Macoon.
There is a lot of zoning into Honer Hill, zoning back out into Resplendent Macoon, going to Mirror of Bliss, going back to Honer Hill, and then going back to Resplendent Macoon in this quest chain.
Yeah.
And Sijo is way at the back of these caves. Like, it's a bit of a jog.
It is a bit of a jog, and you have to fight a bunch of djinn in order to get to him. When you finally clear out the djinn, you see that Sijo's nameplate is there. But Sijo, the Stagnant, is he's dead.
Sijo the Stagnant is a great name.
I know. Yes.
And as soon as we click on his nameplate, it says script acquired, springtime for Varish.
Yes.
Which just the name, what does this mean?
Yeah.
Is this a Jane Austen version of Varish? I don't know.
It's a reference. It's a reference to Springtime for Hitler, which is in The Producers. Have you seen that? The Producers?
I haven't. No, that's a Mel Brooks movie, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Mel Brooks. Yes, it is a Mel Brooks movie. So there was a reference there for a play called Springtime for Hitler, and so this is like a little nod to that.
That is one of the Mel Brooks movies I have not seen, so I didn't get that one. That's funny. Yeah. I like that. And then so we have this play script now. So obviously we take that back to Dowdy, and he's absolutely disgusted with it.
Yes, because how can we put on a play about Varish when Varish is going out and essentially invading their country? But Dowdy then has a bright idea to rework the play and make it about Bokka because then he'll like it.
Yeah, he can't hate anything that's about himself because that would involve hating himself, and Bokka, being a narcissist, is not capable of such a thing.
Correct.
He also mentions that Sijo has not written anything good since a play that's just called Centaurs in all caps.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, and once we decide to go forward with the Summertime for Varish play, which is Summertime for Bokka play, which is what we decide to rename it, we get a quest called Summertime for Bokka.
Yes.
And what we need to do for this quest is acquire actors. What's going on here?
So, in this one, we have to try and get lead actors for the play and convince them to return to the troupe. So, Dowdy tells us to go and find Ola the Fantastical and Amadi, and he thinks that if we convince Ola that he'll come along, especially if we tell him that we're going to get Amadi because he's got a thing for Amadi.
Yeah, and how the quest... I got the wrong impression from how the quest dialogue is worded. He's like, Ola knows Amadi, wink wink, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And I was like, is this like a Brad and Angelina thing? Are they the tabloid celebrity couple of Vabi?
Yes. Yes.
But then we find Ola in the Mirror of Bliss, and it's a very different deal.
Yeah, Ola is pretty full of himself now, and you get some interesting choices with this. In this quest, you can either choose to bribe him straight out to come back and work for the play, or you can basically goad him into acquiescing by appealing to his ego. by telling him that he's a hack, basically.
Yeah, because in the vein of this quest, he is a trope. He is the vain actor.
Correct.
And here's the thing: if he wasn't an asshole, I might have just roleplayed and given him the money because these people get paid in bread. Like, good lord.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But he is an asshole, so I did not give him the 500 gold
Same.
that the dialogue
Same.
offers.
Yeah.
Instead, you can basically just tell him that we lie to him, basically trick him, tell him that the theater master told us not to even approach him because he's too old for the role.
Right.
Too much of a has-been, and that he probably couldn't handle the role, and that reverse psychology works, and he'll take the role.
Absolutely, yeah.
But he would also he points us in the direction of Amadi because he's like, he wants her to be his co-star.
Correct. Yeah, and he thinks that she will just jump at the chance to work with him again, essentially.
Yeah, it's very it's very like 1930s golden age of Hollywood build.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she's been captured by Cornins.
Cornins.
So we have to go get her.
Yes, we've got to go get her, and she's surrounded by one little group of Cornins who have also a group of harpies kind of off to the side. So, did you end up having to fight the harpies as well?
Yeah, they've got like a weird alliance going with the Cornins because they are definitely crossed aggro bubbles and they are not fighting each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to fight everybody at once.
Same.
But my party's really powerful now, so it wasn't a huge deal.
Good. Yeah. So, and then Amadi, once you've rescued her, she's like, "Oh, thank you for saving me." She sees that Norgu's with you and tells you basically that she's only going to go back because of Norgu. And she calls him Dear Norgu because he believed in her.
Yeah, I get the impression
made her the actress that she is today. That's what she says.
Yeah, I get the impression he was like, so she's another one of these women who's like, Norgu, my darling, right?
Yes.
B, maybe he also was like her acting mentor. I don't know. Which isn't a good sign.
Right.
And then she also refers to Ola as, quote, Ola the craptastical.
Yes.
Which is not a word I ever expected to see in a fantasy MMO. And I'm glad this exists.
Yeah. Yeah. And she lets us in on a little inside information. She says that Ola is a doddering drunkard and that he forgets his lines.
Yes, she directly says doddering drunkard. So Ola, not an impressive specimen of a lead actor.
No.
But I don't think Prince Bokka could tell a good play from a bad one as long as it's about him.
Right.
Which is the point of the quest chain.
It is. And I thought once they dropped in the little hints about her being grateful to Norgu and telling him, you like me, you really like me, which is a nice little reference to Sally Field and her Academy Award-winning speech. But
see, I didn't get that one either.
Oh yeah, that gets memed a lot. It probably hasn't in a while, but there you go. But yeah, so I was like, uh-oh, they're opening up another line of romancing here, and then it didn't go anywhere, and I was like, wait, what? So I was totally expecting this to go a little bit further, and then we didn't even get to see the payoff or the play.
I actually really wanted this quest chain to keep going.
Me
I wanted to see the play, right? Like they have the infrastructure in the game set up for it. We've already seen one play in the amphitheater. B, you could have thrown a few more quests in here. Like we could have had to go get like set building supplies, right?
Yeah.
You could have had to go hire a crew to like build the set and stuff like that. So there's room for like a good 2 more quests and a play payoff.
Yeah, because Dowdy did tell us that he had to go and hire, prop builders and get sets made and all of that stuff. So there was room for it, like you said.
Yeah, I kind of wish ANET had given a little more time for the creation of a conclusion to this question, because it's the setup is strong here. You could have a play where it's really bad, so that's fun, right? and then B, like Norgu and Amadi could have their moment like in the middle of the play. That'd be great, right?
Yeah.
And then Ola loses it, and then Bokka loses it, and then you'd have a great little farcical play episode there.
Yeah.
Opportunity missed, but probably just budgetary constraints for MarinaNet, honestly.
Sure. Yeah.
Unfortunate, but it is what it is. The quest chain does end there.
Yes. But it was entertaining.
Yeah, and that was kind of our side quest extravaganza for the moment. Did you? So we had to have Norgu in our party for this quest.
We did.
We talked about it last episode. Who did you end up booting for Norgu?
Margaret. But then I needed Margaret back for the mission because of her interrupt build, so I booted Zed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I understand that Elementalist got a buff, like a few years ago, maybe, but they're probably, correct me if I'm wrong, commenters, but I don't think they're ever considered as useful as like a Mesmer, or like you said, if you're going up against spellcasters, maybe an interrupter, right? So yeah, I can see Zed getting shunted, very unfortunately. Yeah. And you kind of need cost because you don't really have any frontliners.
Yeah, and I brought Milani back. So Milani's reappeared in my party.
What are you running on Milani?
I switched her back to Avatar of Melandru.
I like me an Avatar spell. Those are solidly dependable. Like you just click it and it feels good. Yeah, and it actually made, like, I was just leaving her. Well, we'll get there, but I'll before we get to the mission and strats and all that stuff, we had to get to the princes, right? We needed to get the princes on board. Yeah, we had a very strategic mission experience, and we had to get the princes. We have to do this primary quest first for them to direct us there.
Right.
This is a weird quest. You like go somewhere, very quick dialogue happens, and then it's over. I got lost in the holdings of Chokin. You've already been here, so I don't think you probably there. Didn't.
Yeah, I've been there before already, so I kind of knew where I was going, so it wasn't too bad.
I got completely, so like when you come in the portal, there's like a little corridor you're supposed to go down to get to the halls of Chokin. And I missed that, and I was like, does it go around the whole map? Do I have to go on like a long jog? No, I just jogged to a cliff that was a dead end, and then I had to backtrack.
Yeah.
So that was a waste of like 10 minutes of my life that I'll never get back.
Right.
And there's a lot of enemies here, just like hordes and hordes of sentient plants that I had to wade through.
Yeah, that area is kind of. If you take the straightforward path, you don't have to fight any of them.
Yeah, no, I did. I probably killed like 50 plants that I did not need to fight at all.
Yeah, because if you follow the road, it kind of leads you down and around the corner, and you can just walk right into the halls of Chokin.
Yeah, it was a bad feeling, but I backtracked and then I got there, and we walk. I believe this is Prince Metu the Wise's kind of fortress. I believe he lives there.
I think this is where he. Yeah, I think that is correct.
The librarian prince, as he's known.
Right.
That's what they call him, right?
Yes.
I don't know if they actually call him that, but
I don't know, but it makes sense if they did, because he's sort of scholarly and likes to hide out in a different way than how Bokka just hides in his theater. Metu just kind of hangs out hides behind his knowledge, I guess.
Yeah, when you rescued them from Dasha Vestibule, did you get an apology from either of them?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, we don't get an apology this episode or this quest either.
No.
That rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, they're kind of assholes. What do you want?
I don't like this Prince Metu guy who was so neck deep into Varish being a good idea and protecting Vabi. And now he has the audacity to show up and just be like, well, looks like nightfall is upon the land, folks.
Yeah, and you were like, yeah, you think? We tried to tell you that before.
Yeah, Prince Metu sucks. He should have his the Wise moniker taken away.
Stricken, yeah.
He should be unknighted by the queen. And yeah, he
Yeah.
basically says that I'm like, no shit. He's like, well, I read some books and it looks like it's all true.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you think? And I kind of wish that Talcora had spoken up at this point, but she says nothing to contradict or tell her dad that he's being a jerk.
Yeah, I checked the party roster. I was like, is Talcora going to show up as Vabian monk here? But no,
Right.
she's Talcora
No.
and she doesn't have anything to do in this quest.
No, it's a missed opportunity that I think.
Yeah. And Metu makes the call that Varish is probably going to attack Grand Court of Sibelka next, the Listen Temple in Mirror of Lys.
Yeah.
Because it's like important for a demon summoning ritual or something.
Yeah, and then Bokka, yeah, it's weird. And then Bokka is like, okay, well, we've got no choice. We're gonna pledge our fortunes and forces to the Sun Spears.
And then we have to do this. Yeah, and then we have to do this whole mission by ourselves without help from anybody.
No, I know. Yeah, and so right after Bokka and Metu are done talking, a messenger of Lissa arrives and says, "I'm being chased." I'm being chased. Help, help. And you're like, oh, okay. And now, did you have to look around to see who was chasing him?
Yeah, this messenger showed up and I see the dialogue at the top of my screen. I have no idea where this person actually is, like in proximity to me. So I start running like back out the way I came, and eventually I see the messenger, but they're like, help. And and my quest objective is kill the enemies chasing the messenger, and I see no enemies anywhere.
Yeah, correct.
It also takes this messenger maybe 60 seconds to show up after Metu is done talking.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really sure what to do.
I know. I was like, are we supposed to dance for them? Where are they coming from? Until I finally saw the little red dots.
Yeah, there's 4 Marganites chasing, and 2 of them are clerics, which was kind of annoying because they were like healing each other, but they're not dangerous.
Yeah.
And this is almost pointless because we've already decided that we need to go defend Sibelka, and then the messenger's message is that we need to go to Sibelka.
Yeah. Yeah. So
he says it's an urgent message from Kahani.
Yes. And then that's it. Then we get a cutscene.
Well, we go to Sibelka, so we have to run back there, and we find General Morgan outside with some Cornins, but plot twist, their nameplates are green instead of red.
Yeah.
And then we get a cutscene when we talk to Morgan. He says, before the cutscene, he says, hey, calm down, I'm not here to fight. And then he's like, let me explain. And then we get our cutscene. What's the cutscene like? What's going on?
So the cutscene shows Morgan coming up on Sibelka, and he finds Kahani on the ground. And Kahani basically tells him that demons attacked the temple. And then Morgan puts 2 and 2 together, basically. That Varish has attacked them and has betrayed him.
Because she promised him she wouldn't kill the Listen priests.
Right. That is what she promised. And so,
and Kahani, like, dies in this cutscene. She's dead.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, So, Morgan takes off and confronts Varish. And she's like, I did what was necessary for the good of my God and my land. And he's like, when he tells her, you promised to spare the priest, she's like, it was a small promise, and you wouldn't have understood. This was for the greater good.
She basically said it was no big deal, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just a prank, bro.
Yeah, but just a prank, bro, right. So, he's like, you got to stop this. And she's like, no, I've got a ritual to complete. And he's like, I'll stop you myself. And she's like, you're badly outnumbered. And then he runs off it because he realizes that she's attacking his men
we hear the sound of like men dying off in the distance.
Yes. So, one of the Marganites comes up and is like, "You shouldn't let him escape." And she's like, "He's small potatoes, basically. Just leave the blasphemy here. Nightfall is at hand. I can feel." I think this is when she says, "I can feel my master." Or maybe that's later.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think it's later after the mission when they're walking through the desert. But in this episode, when Morgan rolls up to the temple, she's like chanting to Abaddon. She's like trying to summon Nightfall at the temple.
Right.
And did you notice anything about Varish's appearance in this cutscene?
Yeah, she's got like purple eyes. I thought her eyes had started to change colors, is what I noticed.
And her face is like gray, and she's got like some like Klingon ridges on her forehead.
She does, yeah. She's starting to look a bit like she's turning into a demon.
Yeah, she's starting to look like she's an extra on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Right.
So she's like physically changing a little bit. She's maybe turning into a bit of a Marganite herself, because I believe that's like what happens to you when you get too deep into Abaddon, right?
Right.
Because the Marganites used to, if you read the lore, the Marganites used to be people, and they like delved too greedily and too deep into the scriptures of Abaddon, and now they look like gray and purple nightmare people. After we get that cutscene, we basically find ourselves in the Grand Court of Sibelke mission outpost, and it's ride or die. There's a demon there called the Blasphemy. All the priests are dead, and it's up to us. And even though 3 like philanthropist billionaires just pledged all their resources to us, we gotta just run in 8 people and make this happen.
Yep.
Do we ever? Do you remember throughout the story of Nightfall? Do we ever get like actual help from the Princes of Vabi?
I don't think we do. Like, I don't remember that we do, but yeah, it kind of would have been nice if we had gotten some soldiers, something.
Yeah, because this mission, like in normal, like you can do it, right? Like I did it on the first try, but I can see how a newer player who did not understand the game as well and maybe wasn't put together as well could have a hard time with this mission.
Yeah, I had read the wiki and went in and didn't immediately go for the altar to capture it, thinking that the bar ticking down was what was supposed to happen. And yeah, so I messed up that first run, and then I did a second run and figured out that essentially Milani could tank the whole thing herself. So I just flagged her into the center of the altar, and I was like, "You do your thing. We're gonna go cap the rifts."
Oh, that's a good strategy, actually. That's
That's
better than my strategy, which was just run around and kill anything red until the mission is over.
Until they were all dead.
Yeah, and I lost because when you kill we'll go over like the mechanics of the mission, but when you kill the Blasphemy, he spawns these like unbound orbs, and they just kind of annihilate your party.
Yeah.
And I think I had the orbs like explode on my party, and then all at the same time a Torment Claw hit like 6 of us for 100 damage, and so we almost died.
Oh man! So I had Norgu is set up on a domination build with I switched him off of whatever he was originally set up for illusions. So I think I've got him on an interrupt build, and then I brought not Narashi, what is her name? Margaret. And
Dollar Store Narashi.
Yeah, right. So she's on an interrupt build, so it didn't actually go too badly because they were handling the unbound energies or whatever they're called, and yeah, so it was actually okay.
Yeah, I did go. So in this mission, and the way, because I read through it on the wiki, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to visualize if you're just like pre-reading it on the wiki. You kind of just have to jump in,
do it.
And there's an altar in the middle, and then there's like 3 branching lanes, kind of like a tree, I guess.
Yeah.
And you need to capture the altar, and then you need to capture close the rifts, right? And they've each got a bar on the upper left, and at the beginning of the mission, Morganites are like spawning out of these rifts and running at you at the altar.
Yeah.
So you kind of defend it and like capture it, and then you got to go on the offensive and close these rifts. But the blasphemy spawns, and he looks like an avatar of Balthazar, kind of, but like purple and evil. And ghostly. He kind of looks like
Ghostly.
an envoy.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And he goes and starts capping the altar, but he caps it really slowly, so you kind of have time to kill a rift and then come back and kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, so Milani was handily getting the unbound energies and taking him out. So I didn't really have to even worry about him until I got to the final rift, and then he would come out, and we'd occasionally take a couple of shots at him and then basically just go for everything else.
Yeah, because
he was just handling it.
He himself has like 100 HP, like he dies very fast. But he turns into these orbs that like hurt.
Yes.
But they also die very fast, so it's not that bad. But he keeps respawning, so he keeps doing this.
Yes.
And I think each torment portal thing has like a group of Morganites and a big torment claw that's like a big spider leg that slaps down and hurts really bad.
Yeah.
Kind of a high priority target.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it probably took me like less than 10 minutes to do this mission.
Same. Yeah. I think I got the expert, the second level reward.
Yeah, I think I did
it in like around just under 9 minutes, I think is what I did. 8 and something.
Yeah, I think I was the same. Because I didn't do it super optimally. I had to go back. I think I went back and killed the blasphemy more than I needed to. I think I could have let him hang out there longer.
Yeah, I think I did the same, and it took me I don't know, a good 30 seconds or 45 to figure out, hey, if I just plant Milani there, she can handle the center and hold it by herself. And so once I figured that out, everything else was just a mop up.
So what does Avatar of Melandra do?
It gives her some extra toughness and higher health. Makes her tankier. Yeah. And then I've got her set up for earth prayers. So she can do some earth damage. So yeah, I mean, it worked.
Yeah, the blasphemy and the orbs don't have a lot of health, so having one person do it kind of makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, this mission's just kind of like, I think it's trying to be more complicated than it actually is.
Yeah.
Because it boils down to, if you kill everything very quickly, you're probably going to be fine. Which is a lot of this game, actually, funnily enough. This is truly the thirsty river of Elona.
Right.
No, it's not anywhere near as hard as Thirsty River, though.
No.
Mainly because we have heroes and not level 17 henchmen.
This is true. Yep.
And the mission kind of ends unceremoniously. Like, I was kind of standing there for a few seconds, like, is it over?
Yeah.
Because I'd captured all 3 portals and the altar wasn't all the way red yet, so I was like, I think I'm done, right?
Yeah.
Kind of had to just sit there and let the game catch up with me.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me, so yeah.
And then there's a cutscene.
Yes, then we get a closing cutscene, and it's your player character and Morgan. Morgan is basically telling you that Varish is going to the Desolation, to the Mouth of Torment.
Yeah, which we don't really like know what any of that means, like as far as our character's place in the game.
Right. And but her goal is to unleash her dark god on the world. And then so we say, we're going to go after her, and Morgan says that he'd like to join us in our hunt. And we're not having it, but he convinces us that his blind devotion has doomed his nation, his faith, and his soul.
Yeah,
so he's basically, he wants to redeem himself.
Yeah, and this is where Takora actually does jump in, because they're like friends from like Lissa's school, I guess.
Yeah, and the whole time it's funny. The the cutscene, the camera is kind of focused on Talcora while your character and Morgan are kind of bantering back and forth. And Talcora's just listening and taking this all in, and then she finally steps in and convinces you that we have to give Morgan a chance because we gave her a chance. So it's kind of a nice moment for Talcora, I think. That she does recognize, we can't deny people a chance to try to redeem themselves and to prove themselves more worthy than they might not
well,
immediately be might not be apparent,
Well, and we're not really in a position to be refusing help from anybody.
This is true. Yes, this is true.
And having an inside man, even if just a former inside man, could be like huge.
Yeah.
Our character obviously still doesn't trust Morgan. We're like, we'll see how this goes, right?
Right. Yeah.
Side note, all the voice acting in the cutscenes this episode, pretty good.
Really good. Yeah, really good, I thought.
Especially Morgan. Morgan sounds really good.
Yeah, he does.
And then a lot of the dialogue is like well written too, because when the characters are delivering it, I'm like, this is good stuff,
Yeah, it is.
So props to the writing and team and the voice actors on the cutscenes here. They're very good.
Yeah.
And we cut to Varish in the desert. She's kind of just like walking somewhere.
Strolling along, yeah.
Imagine being the chief high priest of the god of evil and you still have to walk places.
I know, right? No mounts for you.
Yeah.
So she kind of stops in her tracks for a second, and the Reaper, or there's a Marganite Reaper who's with her and says the blasphemy, and she's like, yeah, it's dead. Morgan was more resourceful than I thought. And she says that she can feel that Abaddon is calling her.
Yeah.
So she's got to keep going.
And we've noticed in the past that Varish notices when the demons die, because it happened with the hunger and with the drought as well.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because the Marganite wants to turn back and kill everybody, and she's like, no, that's not important. We've got to go forward and call Abaddon back.
And you can
return the world to him.
Yeah, and you can hear the "I told you so" in that Marganite's voice as well. She's like, "Yo, dude, I fucking told you this would happen," right? Like, you can see the Marganite like low key seething as she has to obey Varish's orders. Yeah. It's very funny.
Yeah.
And that Marganite's more right than Varish realizes, because, spoiler alert, guys, the main characters prevail in the plot of this video game.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, we gotta follow Varish into the desolation, which apparently that sounds bad.
It does sound bad, and we get a little bit of a hint because she tells the Marganite Reaper that with Abaddon's blessing, they're gonna cross the sulphurous waste and return the Dark God to his throne. So wherever we're going, we've got to cross sulphurous wastes, I think.
Yeah, and she says with his blessing. So, like, this is not somewhere you can just walk into. Like, you don't just go for a walk through the desolation.
Right.
You need, like, to be able to deal with whatever the atmospheric hazards there are.
Yes. And so then we get a little bit of a close, not the end, but some little text on the screen that says, as nightfall stretches across Alona, the sun spears must pursue Varish into the wastes of the desolation. So
yeah, it's that like
kind of Abby has come to a close.
Yeah, we get that. We've gotten this several times throughout Nightfall, this text scrawl at the end of the cutscene that feels like it's for like chapters of the game. So like the Istan chapter and the Korna chapter, and we just kind of closed the Vabi chapter.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And now we're headed over to the Desolation chapter.
Yep.
So sort of, we'll be starting episode 40 in chapter 4 of the game.
Yeah.
I didn't plan it out.
No, it's okay.
I was kind of confused about the plot in this episode because it's never super clear what Varish really needs the Temple of Lissa for. I think just doing these rituals at these religious sites in Elona just helps Abaddon take over, like seep into the land, I guess, the same way he's seeping into the land in Korna, right?
Yeah, and it makes sense that she would want to go to one of the Temple of the Six, and because, or five, um, and because Lissa is essentially the goddess of Vabi, um, it kind of makes sense that she'd want to go to the High Temple of the High Listen Temple, I guess, to
Yeah.
carry this out, to try and tap into that God, the divine spirit or whatever it is.
Right, yeah. I think
Divine
it's
energy.
because it's like when we went to the Tihark Orchard mission, they were kind of talking about how they believe like Lissa like personally shaped the land in Vabi.
Yes. Yeah.
So profaning a temple, a sacred temple of Lissa, could be a way to corrupt the land the same way that Varish corrupted the land with the drought in Korna. Yeah. I would think that's probably what's going on. It's not super spelled out.
No.
It could implied. Be. Yeah, it's more implied. It could be delivered a little better, I think, like a little more clearly. Yeah. Without just hitting the nail on the head, it could just be delivered a little more clearly as far as what Varish's like motivations are for doing this, like slaughtering the Listen priests and doing this weird ritual. But like she likes going around summoning demons, right? Like it's not rocket science. No. She's bad. Yeah. She's a bad guy, guys.
She's a bad guy. Yeah, and she's starting to look like a Klingon because of it.
She really is. Yeah, no, she's really got she's really got a Klingon mask from Party City going on.
Yeah.
Next episode, we're gonna be. Do you think they remember Miko a few episodes ago when we did those quests for Mirza Veldrunner and the Veldrunner Centaur tribe?
Well, friends, if you don't remember them, you might want to listen to, was it episode 35, 6, when we did them? We had no payoff.
Yeah, just go, you know what, go back to episode 1 and listen to all of them again.
There you go. Yeah. So the payoff now is apparently coming. We're going to go back. For whatever reason, we couldn't progress that plot line until after finishing the Grand Court of Sibelka mission. So next episode, we're going to go back and finish up those quests. See what's happening with Mirza. See if we can help him cleanse the land. And maybe get some revenge on the Cornins. I don't know.
Do some good old fashioned land cleansing, guys.
Yeah, it's either that or Centaur stomping with a side of Cornins for dinner.
Yeah, no, they eat people. I forgot about that. Yeah, I hope we get more cannibalism references in the next episode. Yeah, we'll be, because Grand Court of Sibelka is like the gateway mission to the rest of that quest chain. So now that we've done that, we can go back and work with Mirza again. So that's probably going to be our side quest content for next episode. Yep. And then I don't remember exactly how long it is before we set foot in the Desolation proper. I know there's some like prep work that we have to do first, I think.
Right.
Because we gotta there's some stuff we gotta do first, guys.
There is some stuff that we have to do, yes.
And I'm also remembering there's a couple missions where like Nightfall is coming to like Korna and Vabi, and there's like a mission there, and I don't remember when that comes into the plot.
Yeah.
There's the Nundu, like the Nundu Bay mission, and then the Jenner's Horde mission is like the alternative.
And there's some side stuff with what do we call him? An undead lich? Is that what he's called? He's a lich?
Kind of side, kind of main plot.
Kind of main plot, yeah, which I was like, when does he come in? Oh, here he is. Yeah. So there's going to be some stuff that yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we're
waiting for us to hit up the what the fandom wanted to be the main hero of what was that expansion called?
Path of Fire.
Path of Fire. Yes. You might be in for a little bit of Praise Joko coming up.
Praise Joko indeed. Where can people find you on the internet, Miko?
The good people can find me at Inky Sticks on your tweeters or your blue skies.
All right. Awesome. And you can find us at Tyria Now on YouTube, on X, on Blue Sky, and on there's another one, right? Spotify, and I think we have a Twitch channel too. I don't know what's going on with the Twitch channel, but we keep it in our back pocket just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Follow us on all of those, guys, so you can see in your social media feed when a new Tyria then goes up. And until then, guys, we will see you on episode 40 for the next step in the Centaur Cannibalism Chronicles. CCC. See you later, guys.
There you go. Bye.